WKBN 27 First News starts in-depth coverage now with breaking news.
Breaking news right now, a train derailment in East Palestine and then massive flames. Fire crews from 3 states rushed to the scene this morning. That fire is controlled but still burning. Good morning, I'm Samantha Bender. This all started just before 10 last night. The situation has been ongoing overnight. The Village is holding a press briefing at the East Palestine Municipal Building. That just wrapped up. That was held at 6:30 this morning. First News reporter Hannah Erdman is live from East Palestine with what we know right now. Hannah, what can you tell us?
Sam, we learned a lot of new information just in the last half hour from the mayor and many other officials here in East Palestine this morning. One of the big things was the clarification of the evacuation zone. It is a mandatory evacuation for about 1,500 to 2,000 residents in the 1-mile radius. To put that in perspective, that's just about half the town area. Officials are urging anyone in this evacuation zone to leave immediately, but they say that if you are going to stay to shelter in place, do not leave your home. Make sure those windows are shut. Now, there are going to be shelters that are going to be open for residents in this area to go to. The middle high school has been open. About 43 residents or so are currently residing there. And if they are needing to open up more shelters, they will do so throughout the day. Now, they are saying officials were urging anyone to avoid the area. Everyone avoid East Palestine this morning and throughout the day. All other residents that are living in the area are also asked to shelter in place. Now, as for the fire, several cars are still burning as of right now, but we did hear from the fire chief. He said that he has pulled all of their crews, all their manned crews, out of the area as of safety, out of precaution for them. They do have unmanned ground monitors on scene. They do know what products were on the train, but did not go into too much detail. But they did say that there was a mix of hazardous and non-hazardous materials. Still, as of right now, they are still clean and clear for now. From what we have heard from EMA and other officials during the press conference, there's no deadly danger to those in the area. But again, if you do have breathing issues, things like that, and you are in that evacuation zone, it is very advisable to be leaving the area. They do not know exactly what products are burning right now. They're hoping to learn more as the sun begins to come up. There's also a no-fly zone in the 1-mile radius of where the flames are still burning. Again, there's still a lot of things that they don't even know themselves, but they are using those unmanned ground monitors to continue monitoring the scene before they can put crews back near the flames to continue putting everything out. Now, the mayor said there will be another press conference at 1:30, so hopefully we'll be able to get more details as the sun comes up, and we'll make sure to update you on air and online. But for now, reporting live in East Palestine, Hannah Erdman, First News, Saturday morning.
Hannah, thank you for that update. When people were told to evacuate in East Palestine, they needed someplace to go, and that someplace was the high school. With how the people were dealing with this situation, here's First News anchor Stan Boney.
The scene early this morning outside East Palestine High School was relatively quiet. There was a cluster of police cruisers and a few people recalling what happened.
I heard a lot of noise from the railroad tracks. Didn't think anything of it because I hear it all the time. And I really realized there was something going on when I heard the fire trucks.
I am just doing what I can and what they'll let me. Just trying to get people traffic and where they need to go. Go ahead. Just trying to get people into the school. It's one of the safe areas that they've kind of designated for people that need to evacuate.
A shelter was set up in the high school gym where people could be seen huddled in groups around folding tables or asleep with their heads down. There was a pot of coffee on one end, and the concession stand had been opened to provide treats.
We are one of the evacuation sites for an emergency.
School Superintendent Chris Neifer says there's a plan in place for situations like these. Everyone had been trained on what to do. High school students Jacob Griffith and Cammie Kreidler talked about seeing the fire.
We were driving past Lake's gas station on Taggart Street, and we just looked to our left, and a giant explosion at probably at least 200 feet. And we just were like, oh my God, what do we do?
A young boy could be seen playing games and smiling. Life at the shelter was fun, at least for now. In East Palestine, Stan Boney, WKBN 27 First News.
Our news crews will stay on the scene in East Palestine and will continue to work to gather new information on this breaking news story. Look for updates on WKBN.com and on our WKBN mobile app.